record. All right. Make sure you can't see no boogers. I've been having to shave my fucking nose hairs now.
Please ask your host to give you permission to record.
You don't need no permission to record. You asking for too many goddamn rights.
Hey,
like you want to be free.
I make things songs right.
He said, you want
my contract.
This motherfucker want editing rights. He want his name on the goddamn logo. He's like, you asking for too much. He get you a fucking union contract or some shit.
I like Bobby Brown. I go solo, yeah.
I'm like BBD. We just gonna cut your music and just be like, dun, 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 dun.
Hey nigga, I don't see my name on this shit. I'm gonna be on the show and my name ain't even on the damn logo. This is bullshit. You need to fix that. Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, that's better. Have me on the name. Man, I'm Poupons. You better put some respect on my name. Have me on the show. I ain't on the damn logo.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shit. I am your host, Ben Thayer, and this is my homeboy Poupon.
What's happening? Happy New Year, America. Happy New Year.
Woo.
We're still here.
We still here. I didn't think we was gonna
still here, bro.
I didn't think we was gonna make it. I ain't even gonna lie. Like everybody was like celebrating, looking forward to 2020 being gone, and then 2021 happened, and 6 days in, motherfuckers lost their goddamn minds and shit.
Goddamn mind, what?
I was just
like, man, they having an insurgency, insurrection in DC. I was like, what? I'm missing a party.
Man,
I got on the news,
I was looking at that shit. I just knew. No, I didn't. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. I was just waiting for the hoses and the dogs and all that shit to come in. They was escorting them motherfuckers up into the building, opening doors for them. I saw them helping one bitch down the steps.
Hey, let me tell you a funny thing. They broke into the windows and then they still stayed in between the red velvet ropes.
All that shit. Oh, dumbass house trained motherfuckers. Yeah, that shit. I just that whole thing. You know me. I'm not patriotic or nothing. You know, my ass got kicked out the military, so I'd be like, fuck it. But but man, that shit pissed me off. I was so irritated by that, and not even because they broke into Congress, because I low key feel like Congress brought that shit on themselves. Like, you knew these motherfuckers was acting stupid for the past 4 years, but you didn't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden, all them little redneck chickens came home to roost, and it was like, all right, y'all getting that shit, you getting what you want.
So what's the purpose of the Central Intelligence Agency if you don't have the intelligence? That's happening right there in DC.
I feel like they knew. I feel like they already knew. They knew. They're supposed to be investigating this chick from Colorado who I don't know if she's a congresswoman or whatever the fuck she is, but she took a bunch of them motherfuckers on tour the day before. And then they think they got evidence that her mom was that bitch with the bullhorn giving people directions in the fucking window. They like cross-reference photos and shit. It looks and sounds just like her mom. Telling people where to go, and if you go downstairs, there's a window and so I hope they lock all their asses up.
The guy with the horns and the fur, he was from what group was that? QAnon or whatever?
QAnon.
So his dad's a Brooklyn Supreme Court judge.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I know. All I know is his bitch ass wasn't eating in jail because he said he couldn't get organic meals. Punk ass. I'm just like, you gonna do all that shit in the Capitol and then get to jail like a bitch you ain't gonna eat because they don't have organic meals.
Oh, he gonna get some organic meal. He gonna get some organic meat sandwiches. Bubba's gonna be like, he's gonna what? All organic.
100% natural.
Gluten free. It's gonna be gluten free on his ass.
Hey. Fuck all of that. I'm just like, this, man, it's too late in the game for this bullshit.
Yeah.
The thing is, they be all surprised and shit. It was one dude at the airport crying because he couldn't get home. They put his ass on the no-fly list.
The fly list, yeah.
Motherfucker in the airport crying. I'm like, you little bitch. Hey, you ain't got nobody you can call. All them thousands of motherfuckers you can storm in the Capitol with, and one of them niggas can't give you a ride home.
Can't give you a ride home. Somebody Somebody got a buddy pass. There was somebody there with a buddy pass. You can't tell me that.
Like,
You know what I mean? But you
this,
know the sad part about it, if it was brown and black, we would be dead on the street.
oh, dead. I was telling Cornelia the other day, if I was like in charge of that shit, if I was at the Capitol, if I was doing the inauguration or whatever, I would tell them, look, we are doing the inauguration in front of the Capitol. We will have barriers up. If you cross those barriers, you will be shot. Period, point, fucking blank. We are telling you right now, you have been fucking warned. If you cross those barriers, we will fucking shoot you.
On site.
Period. On site. Like, that's just what it is. Matter of fact,
or have the inauguration in Southeast DC in Anacostia. I just feel like we're gonna have it at Frederick Douglass' house. We're gonna have it at Frederick Douglass' house. That's what we need to have. And see if they bring their asses over there.
It's funny that you could say that shit because the day of the insurrection on January 6th, they got this video from the hood. Apparently, this white boy thought he was going to park his Trump car in the hood. And the minute he got out the car, it was like you could tell he was on them old hood cats. He was like, man, you better get that shit the fuck up out of here. He's like,
I know.
You better, you not about to put that shit, get in your motherfucking car, get that shit the fuck up out of here. They say you can leave it if you want to, but you're gonna come back and that bitch ain't gonna have no tires. Yeah, motherfucker, he got right in his goddamn car and drove the fuck off. It's like, man.
Hey, GPS, where's Georgetown? You know? I'm telling you, man. And then they even had the nuisance. You saw how they had the nuisance built out in the park on the mall. I was wondering where all the brothers was at. I was like, y'all need to call a few blocks over and tell them what's going on.
That's the thing. They don't like, there's certain things. I was talking a few weeks ago about how if we did have a civil war, black folks would be at a disadvantage. So we ain't got no cardio. White folks running all the goddamn time. They be riding bikes. They be walking their dogs. They be eating keto and all the Cheeto, all that shit. They be doing all that stuff. White girls with the little yoga, all that shit. They take their guns to the ranges. They can actually shoot shit. But when it comes to just straight up hood violence, do you remember, Cornelia and I were talking about this the other day. Do you remember when they did a screening of Mississippi Burning in Georgetown? And everybody from Howard.
I do remember that.
All I remember afterwards, Cornelia said her and one of her friends were running up ahead of the crowd, telling white people riding bikes, please turn around. Please turn around and go the other way. And she said the one person that they told, please turn around, don't take your bike down there. You don't want to go down there. He just like drove off, kept going. She said 5 minutes later, you saw this nigga ride up on his bike. This nigga doing donuts in the street and shit. They don't understand. They just don't.
Hey, it's a new day, man. It's a new day. It's interesting to see what's gonna go on. So tomorrow. No, I think Tuesday they're going to swear in Warnock here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So he's an alpha. Shout out to the brothers of A5A. He's also a Savannah cat. So my mom's called. My mom said, "Yeah, I'm gonna ride down there tomorrow, or Tuesday, just to support the brother." But I might be looking for a little bit of little action.
Hey.
What I'm saying? I might be looking for a little action going on. I try to stay away. I've been trying to stay away from all the protests and all that here, all the violence, all the stuff. But
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere. I don't have the temperament for that shit. Like all the people who I give props to anybody who could stand in front of somebody and they yelling in your face and all that other shit. I'm the one that called Colonel whatchamacallit a fat bitch. No, I call his wife a fat bitch. We were in Colonel, what was his name? The dude at ROTC at Howard.
Franklin?
No, Colonel, what was the dude's name? She was short. He was
the female colonel.
No, the dude. I forget. I don't know what his name was, but I cussed his ass out.
Well, our lieutenant colonel.
Yes.
It was Colonel Franklin.
The round head dude.
Yeah.
The short round head dude. His last name was Franklin.
He's a Q dog, Franklin. Colonel Franklin. Yeah, we're friends on Facebook.
Oh, I thought Colonel Franklin was dark skinned.
He was the professor of military science. We were on PMS.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Colonel Franklin.
I cussed his ass out because
he messed with his daughter, hell.
Yeah, that was him. That was him.
Yeah. That was
man. I cussed his ass out, and that's why I ended up dealing with that bullshit when I got to El Paso. But I don't have that temperament. Like I forget who I'm talking to when I get pissed off. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's just I just go there. I don't have that temperament. You can't yell in front of me. Did I tell you about my Karen fucking story?
About the two guys?
Nah, the chick in the grocery store.
No.
Bruh, oh my God. Dude. So
Colorado Karen?
Man, yes, Colorado Karen. I was in King Super. I was shopping and I was in the produce section. I have my cart, and you know how they have the islands with the fruits and vegetables in them, and you kind of walk in the middle of them and grab what you need. I was parked on the end of that. And the thing wasn't, it could have been big enough for two carts, but not two carts just pushing normally. Like if you were trying to pass, you would have to like grab your cart and inch by somebody. Man, the white woman she looked like she had an attitude. She just came barreling through, hit my cart, hit me with her cart, and just instinctively when she got up on me, I pushed her. I was like, what the fuck? I like pushed her. And so, yes, and now I'm on the phone with my mom the whole time. And so I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck? And my mom is like, what's going on? And I'm talking normal because at this point, I don't give a fuck who hear me. When I lose it and I gain like hood points, I just get ignorant. Fuck. I start talking all loud. I start cussing everybody. I don't give a what the fuck you looking at? Like I just go off on anybody in the vicinity. Could catch it.
Anybody can get it. You like ABG, baby.
Nigga, I'm cussing out pineapples and tomatoes. I didn't give a fuck. So she drove by me and hit me, and I instinctively push her off me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And my mom says, what's going on? I said, this bitch just hit me with her fucking cart and didn't say shit. So when I pushed her, she said, I'm sorry, God, like that. Not like, oh, I'm sorry. She was just like, sorry, God. So I'm just like, pay the fuck attention. So I'm walking off. Pushing my cart. My mom has asked me what's going on. I'm like, this bitch literally just hit me with her cart and didn't say shit. I'm almost out the produce section. This bitch walks back over to where I am and comes up to me and says, I don't appreciate you pushing me. And I said, I don't appreciate you hitting me with your fucking cart. She said, I said, I'm sorry. I said, bitch, you didn't say it fast enough. And she was it's like, you didn't say it fucking fast enough. Oh, now my mom's on the phone. She's like, let me go ahead and let you go. Hit me back. Let me know what's going on. So I get off the phone.
She don't want to be a compliment.
She's like, I don't want no.
I ain't going to court with you.
I don't want no part of that shit. So she's standing there. She's just like, you hit me with your cart. No, she was like, you pushed me. I said, you hit me with your fucking cart and didn't say, excuse me. Like, what the fuck? So then she turns to one of the workers that happened to be in the produce section. And it went from, I pushed her to this. He hit me like this. That's what she tells one of the guys. And the guy's looking at her like, what the fuck you want me to do? Bitch, I work in the produce section.
Yeah, I work in the produce. Look, I get paid $8.25 an hour. I gotta get these avocados on the shelf. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Avocados gotta get on the shelf.
I'm working cabbage and collard greens right now, bitch. You trying to pull me into some shit. So you
gotta talk to Earl. He's on scallion. He's in charge. He's on scallion. He's on scallion. He's on scallion. You gotta go talk to Earl.
You gotta talk to Earl. So this bitch, she literally goes from, I don't appreciate you pushing me, to talking to a worker saying, he hit me. And so I walked off. I take 6 steps. This bitch literally goes like this. Ah! And starts crying loud as fuck in the middle of the store, bro.
Wow.
Loud as shit. So I'm walking off. So I'm just like, this really? Like, you sitting here crying in the middle of the produce section now? So I take my cart and I walk off. And then like 2 or 3 minutes later, I hear over the loudspeaker, can we have security to the front? And I'm just like, all right, here the fuck we go. Here we go. So I finish shopping and I see her standing at the door talking to 2 police officers. and they're talking to her, and she's just being all hysterical, and there's a female cop rubbing her shoulder, trying to console her, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So I walk right up to them. Nigga, I walk right up to them and stand there. This bitch didn't even recognize me. I'm standing right there. She's talking about me. The cop is, and so finally I say, are you looking for me? And the cop says, oh, are you the one involved in the incident? It was a white cop. I said, yeah. And he puts his hand on my shoulder. He said, can we just come over here and talk? I said, what's up? He said, yeah, we just want to go to the office. I just want to hear what happened. I said, I can tell you what happened, but we ain't going to the office.
Yeah, we're not going there. Said, you heard her. You didn't take her to the office. I'm not going to the office. I'm
not going to the office. I said, we go outside.
Can you hear me right here?
Yeah.
This is good enough. Good enough.
I said, we can walk outside because it's a little hot, but we ain't going into the office. So he said, oh, that's fine. That's fine. So he was a cool dude. So we're walking and he's like, so what happened? I said, I'm standing in the produce section and this bitch hit me with her fucking cart and didn't say shit. And he was like, well, first of all, are you okay? And I say, yeah, I'm cool, but goddamn. He said, yeah, I know. And so he stood there and he said, well, we need to go look at the camera. No, he asked me what happened. I told her everything that happened. I said, and when she hit me, it wasn't like I walked after her and pushed her. It was instinctive. Like if somebody was on you and you're like, dude, get the fuck off me. And so it was instinct. So he leaves me there with this Latina cop. This bitch, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to explain to her what happened. She says, sir, you need to lower your voice. That's the first thing. That's the first thing she said. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right.
You're one of them.
Yeah. So then I'm explaining, trying to explain, and I explain with my hands. I'm explaining, sir, you need to back up. You need to back up. I'm like, oh, I see what the fuck. I said it just like this. I see what the fuck is going on here. I was like, you got this bitch in here fucking crying, and now all of a sudden the angry black dude is fucking guilty. And she's like, well, what do you expect? I see the woman in there crying. I said, that bitch didn't start crying until y'all showed the fuck up. She's like, yeah, so she says, so this is what she says, and this is where I shut her ass down. She said, oh, so now all of a sudden you're the victim? I said, you know, the funny thing is, why are you assuming that I'm not? I said, why are you assuming that I'm not? And that's when she kind of shut up. And she so the white guy came back out and he was just like, sir, you can go ahead and go. I said, oh, did you see the camera? He was like, we didn't have to see the camera. He said 2 other witnesses came up to us and told us exactly the same story that you told us, that she was barreling through the crowd. She hit you and didn't say anything, and you just pushed her off instinctively. So, but the fucked up thing was I only got off because 2 white people validated my story. Yeah, they vouched for me. So because they vouched for me, I could fucking go.
You're good.
So, and that was the second time that had happened for me in a King Super. This woman was like spraying the produce and she was being reckless with it and kind of got me wet. And when I snapped on her, I was just like, you know, she was just rude as fuck. I was like, what are you doing? So she went and got a supervisor and said that I was cussing at her or whatever. And when he came up to me, I said, yeah, she sprayed me with the fucking hose. She was being rude as shit. And this white boy came up and he was like, sir, she was being extremely rude. And she did. And it changed the whole tone. So it's almost like I got a new job. I got a new job for white people. Proxy defense for Negroes in public. Right? That's your new job. If you see black people talking to police officers or management, we need you to step up and vouch, because apparently our fucking stories don't count for shit.
Doesn't matter. You have to do a pro bono. You can't do a service.
Yeah, we ain't gonna pay your ass. We ain't gonna pay your ass. But I will say this: when you put up those little kumbaya posts on Facebook, I'll come like the motherfucker, because I'll be like, nah, you're a good one.
He's good people. Hey, listen, I vouch for him.
That shit. Ooh, that shit heated me up. And then, you know, afterwards you be thinking of all the shit you should have said or all the shit you should have done. I was just so heated because I was like, this bitch started, dude. It was almost comical the way she started. You know, in the what was it? The fucking, I don't know if it was the Wiz or no, it was the Wiz, where the lion is sitting there and he's doing all that rah-rah shit with his tail. And then and then Toto bites his ass and he sits down. He bit my paw. Ah! That's exactly what she looked like, a fucking cowardly lion in the middle of King.
That's crazy. So what did the Hispanic police officer say?
The Latina police officer didn't say shit. She started trying to be a little nicer after that. But it's still, by that time, it was just like, man, don't say fucking shit to me.
She probably would have got an exit, bitch.
I was so pissed off though, because I was just like, for me, usually, I got a little buzz on 24/7. I don't be trying to involve myself in no fucking drama. But for some reason,
trying to be relaxing, pushing, ain't trying to do all that, pushing my car, trying to get my vegetables.
You know what I'm saying?
Earl, he know me over there. He's Italian, he know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here trying to give me a couple little mushrooms and salt.
I don't get it. After all that shit, every time that shit go down, I have to like within the next couple of days, I gotta ask my white friends, do I look like somebody that you would like want to fuck with? Do I have that? Because I wouldn't look at me and think that's somebody I want to fuck. I'm not the biggest dude, and it's not like I look all tough. I just have that resting bitch face that like when my normal face looks like this when I'm just walking around. And then with the mask on, all you can see is the eyes, and I don't be talking. So I just be kind of staring at people. But I don't know what it is. They be trying the fuck out of me.
I'm telling you, white supremacy is fighting for its life.
Man.
Fighting for his life. And it's funny. I have a guy, he's an old coworker of mine, and when I call him, he'll be like, NAACP. And he'll call me, I'll be like, White Citizens Council. And I was just like, he country dude, you know what I'm saying? He's cool as a fan. He's a Trump supporter. But we have healthy conversations, So I called the other day. So I ain't seen him in a while. So I was like, Richard, my boy. So I called, he was like, NAACP. He said, I went up to DC thinking I could find you. And I told him, I said, how was your trip to DC? He said, well, I didn't quite make it up there. I was trying to go up there and look for you, but we were trying to catch y'all on the way up there. You know what I'm saying? So we go back and forth banter. So I said, hey, y'all's opinion, man. I said, what you think now? He said, well, I'm really tell you, that kind of made us look bad. He said it jokingly, but he's like, that kind of made us look bad. And a lot of them had the same sentiment.
Yeah.
A lot of them had the same sentiment. Even the ones that are true Trump supporters, they're like, especially military cats.
Yeah.
They're like, and older military guys are like, look, they need to take his ass out of handcuffs.
That I was me. Anybody that knows me knows I ain't a patriotic person. That pissed me off. I was so damn aggravated from that shit. Cause so when the chick got shot, and I would never condone or be, it's like, somebody got shot, they lost their life. That's fucked up. But when they tell you somebody has a gun and you still trying to break the window and you still trying to climb in and they shoot your ass, like, what the fuck more? Like, it's like when you see those, you see those.
This is hot. This is hot. Don't touch it.
You know what I'm saying? Touch it.
You get burned. But did you see her rant on the way there? Oh, I don't know if it was on the way there. Look her up. She has a rant in the car. And I think she's former military, but she's going off.
Yeah.
She's talking about liberals and blah, blah, blah. She's going off. She's hot.
Yeah. Was she?
So I'm sure the way she was in the car on her little video, she went in there at 120.
Yep.
She went in at 120.
And they put the brakes on that shit.
I'm gonna tell you who I want to call. And if you ever see this podcast, I want you to call me or comment. You know the black dude, the black police officer?
That cop from fucking Florida?
Right.
You talking about Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the one that was in the Capitol, and they kept pushing him up. They kept charging up the stairs, and he kept being like, yo. Yeah. And they say he saved a lot of lives because he took them to the left and and everybody was to the right.
Yeah.
I would have busted a couple of shots off.
See, now hold on a second, because I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, but then I heard them interviewing a white cop on CNN, and he said something that in that moment, my black mind would not have thought of. He was like, I was thinking about grabbing my gun and shooting people, but if I had, I wouldn't have been able to shoot all of them, and that would have given them a reason to kill me if they hadn't already thought that.
If they hadn't, yeah.
I was thinking
if you pop a couple of them right there, You got a few minutes to get away.
While they still shot.
Yeah, because I'm popping a few of them. I'm gonna pop a few. I'm gonna be honest with you. Couple two would have got popped.
You ever seen the movie Stand By Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe.
The who?
No, Joe. You talking about the little white dude?
Yeah, the kids that go to see the dead body and they go on their little journey.
Yeah, they go.
Yeah. So my favorite scene in that movie is when one of the lead characters, one of the boys, has a gun, and the bullies roll up on him, and he points the gun at all the bullies, and the dude says, "Let's just rush him. He can't shoot all of us." He said, "I'm not gonna shoot all of them, just you." Just you.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like talk.
Man, I don't know what was going through his mind. And everybody was like, he didn't have a gun. I saw a gun on his hip. At least it looked that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure Capitol Police. What? I would have had to pop him. I would have had to shoot a couple pop. I would have to pop a few.
I just that whole thing, I just didn't understand why more folks didn't get shot. Because I know if it had been us, we'd have got shot.
Oh, we would have got shot. Look, we would have got shot blocked away from the Capitol.
Yeah.
Say, y'all know what? We don't want no blood on the lawn. Go ahead and start popping now.
Yeah, they're at the traffic light. They're 3 traffic lights away. What should we do? Send the snipers. Start shooting them motherfuckers. maybe they'll think about it by the time they get to the first light.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they prosecute them. I got right up the street from me on the main thoroughfare to get from my house to the interstate. They got a digital billboard. Federal authorities are looking for any information on anybody in the Capitol. But yeah, I'm really trying to see to what extent are they going to prosecute this guy.
I don't think they are. I think what's going to end up happening is you're going to start seeing the racism in the system and judges starting to let these motherfuckers off. And people I just feel like a lot of them are going to get off. They're not going to get what we got.
They're not going to get what we got. We would get a treason charge. Probably Capitol punishment.
Yeah, I definitely.
You got the Olympic swimmer. Again, you got the dude who's dead, Supreme Court judge. He's going to get some community service, and it's probably going to be at his dad's house.
I would have tried to set an example for all them motherfuckers right then. In addition to my previous message about we still having the inauguration, and if you come past the barriers, you're going to be shot. I would just let people know we are. So here's me. If I had been, I didn't have any respect for him to begin with, but now he just all his balls are gone. Pence. Dude, let me tell you something. If I got my family, if I have ridden for you for 4 fucking years and eaten every piece of shit you put on my plate, and I got my family up in this motherfucker, and you got people bum rushing the damn Capitol, endangering me. First of all, nigga, you ain't warned me, you ain't texted me, you ain't sent me a tweet, you ain't sent me shit to let me know. Not the hootie hoo, thank you. Nothing. You ain't let me know. You ain't letting me know that nobody is coming. If you did that shit to me, as soon as I came out with that shit, I would have gone on CNN. I'd have gone on CNN because I know they wouldn't have cut shit. They would have did it.
Yeah, Fox would have cut it off.
Yeah, Fox would have edited that shit together and said that we was Antifa and all kinds of other shit.
I would have went on Shannon and Skip. I would have went on everybody. ESPN.
I would have said. Everybody. I would have went up in front of the whole country on CNN and said, I am invoking the 25th Amendment. That motherfucker is no longer the president. I am. Then I would have walked to the Oval Office. I'd have politely closed the door and locked it behind me. And I'd have told him, I'm about to beat the fuck out of you right now. I'd have beat his ass in the motherfucker.
I'm about to beat your fuck ass.
I'm about to beat you. I'd have beat his ass. And then I would have opened the door afterwards and told the Secret Service, grab this motherfucker and throw him out of the goddamn White House. And I'm going to tell you this, anybody caught treating him with dignity, walking him, apologizing, whatever, your ass is fucking fired. I literally want you to pick his bitch ass up. I want you to throw him I want you to toss that nigga like Jazz on the Fresh Prince out the motherfucking door. I want you to throw that nigga out the front door. Now your job is to record all this shit on your cell phone, and then we're gonna put that bitch on World Star.
And then I was thinking I would have invoked the 25th Amendment, became president, went out of office as president, got the presidential pension. I'm gonna make it come up too.
It's like, dude, you were fired on the way out the door. I would have.
Man, he's talking about he's not going to invoke the 25th Amendment, which means everything is ceremonial. Pretty much symbolic.
Fuck that.
All this impeachment shit, man. They need to do a impeach and whoop his ass.
You got motherfuckers coming to the Capitol talking about hang Pence. I'm a beat show at the minute
let me hear two motherfuckers talking about hang Pence. Hang what?
On my
you better say hang with Pence. I say you heard you said hang who? Oh, you said these motherfuckers to hang me? Oh,
I would have told, boy, they'd have been like, so, Mike Pence, do you have anything to say? I'd have been like this in the camera. Trump, on site, nigga. That's it.
ABG. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it.
Boy,
boy,
he would have. So all that whiteness from Trump would have just seeped out. He'd have got all hood. He'd be like, he'd have been up on God, nigga. I'm talking on God. I'm fucking you up.
On God, nigga. I'm telling you.
I put that
1600. Boy, we represent 1600 block. We coming.
Just like he call his wife mama. I put that on my wife. Ain't that right, mama? No, mother. I think he calls her mother. Ain't that right, mother? I put that on my mother on site.
Turn 1600 block out. That is the address, right? 1600.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
Nigga been like 1600 block. I had to put that bitch up twice. 1600 block, nigga. 1600 block. Pennsylvania.
And I only got easy to make a song about it.
1600 P-ville, nigga. We about to come for you.
Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you.
Man,
that's crazy, man.
That everybody done turned. And the thing is, every single motherfucker who promoted or said anything wild after that, you about to lose your seat. I'd have told that one bitch, that one QAnon crazy bitch, whatever her name is, Marjorie, whatever. I'd have been like, since the Georgia election is not legit, bitch, you gonna be the first to go. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Man. I would have just looked at everybody. I would send a group text.
Who next?
If you feel some kind of way about this, look, you didn't get your shit and go now. Because you know it's coming. You know it's coming.
It's just, I'm sitting here thinking of how differently that shit would have been handled if it had been some folks up there that just didn't, like they dealing with the right people on this shit. Because some cats, you know, you get that cat that happened to do the right thing and ended up on the right path, but still got that gene in them. He still got that streak. Boy, you get enough of them in Congress, because I'd get kicked out of Congress. Get kicked out. They'd be like, he's violent. He threatens people.
I'm telling you, it'd be like British Parliament. I'd be like British Parliament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then them Iraqis, when they over the Iranians, whenever
people with shooting and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd go down.
That's how I would be. Just like that one dude when Barack Obama was talking and that dude yelled out, "You're a liar." I'd be in Congress. Dude, shut the fuck up and sit your punk ass down.
Your punk ass down. They were like, Senator Isaac, you can't do that, sir.
Be like, my bad.
Senator Isaac from California, he yields the floor. No, fuck I don't.
Be like, hold on. I would be the one that had no idea how any of that shit works. I'd be like, I'm reclaiming my time. They were like, nigga, it's not even your time.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work.
I'm reclaiming my time.
I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I'm about to air this whole bitch out.
They would be like, we just don't feel safe around Senator Isaac.
Can somebody take his shit away from him? Can they take his shit away from him?
And now he don't speak. He just looks at us behind that mask the whole time. I just be staring at them niggas on the house floor like Bane. I just be like.
So they say his whole family, Trump family, is all moving down to Florida now. Yeah, because they said they can't walk around New York anymore.
I have no sense of any empathy for none, no sympathy, no nothing. Cornelia brought up a good point. She said, how come Republicans spend all this time doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and then when Democrats get in office, all of a sudden you want us to work together and unify? It's like you wasn't thinking about fucking working together when you was fuck y'all.
Barack, they held up everything Barack tried to do.
Man,
we need to come together.
I'd be like, y'all talking about socialism, nigga. I'm gonna open up a free sandwich truck right in front of your house and give out free food. Fuck you. Every day, nigga, I'm gonna name a sandwich after you. Come get one of these free Trump subs.
Fuck you,
that shit just is crazy. Like this, and it ain't gonna stop. It's just gonna get fucking worse. They gonna go underground and start doing that shit. It's gonna get fucking worse.
And see what's gonna happen once they start letting Trump. He's gonna do something similar to this, a podcast, a TV show. He's gonna want something that's gonna be constant racist rhetoric. You know, he's gonna try to do everything he can to say the government. You know, try to create another person, man. I mean,
do you used to watch Scandal?
Oh yeah.
That's what, boy. I've been hollering B613. That motherfucker.
B613.
They
were y'all there.
We're sorry to inform you that President Trump was hit by an ice cream truck on his way to McDonald's, KFC.
Well, you know that one show where the Secret Service dude touched the sun and he did something like this.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yep.
And run up on his ass and do a little.
That's what we need. Them little nerve punches. Somebody go up to Trump, be like, do.
I don't see what he can do from there. Who's going to be associated with it from there? I mean,
it's going to be a whole. I'm hoping his ass go to jail. I'm hoping like right after the inauguration. I hope the 20th of January is his worst day ever. I hope that motherfucker leaves the White House, jumps on the plane to go to Mar-a-Lago. When he gets off the plane, he's arrested by people from New York that take his ass into custody for all them New York charges. But before they push his ass into the police car, Melania hands his ass divorce papers so she can get on the fucking plane with her secret security officer and they can go do what the fuck they fuck him. I hope he had the worst.
I hope he did a picture where he had a threesome with Barack and Michelle. They be like, look, bitch. Hey, but so who has the warrant out for him? Is it Iran or Iraq?
Yeah. Oh, they need to ship his ass there and drop him off in the desert and just tell him he's here. He's here.
Let them hijack Air Force One.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yep.
And take it right over there.
It's like
we don't know what happened to him. He was supposed to be at Mar-a-Lago.
He just disappeared. Sent that motherfucker over the Bermuda Triangle and
hell yeah, it's like the Malaysian airline 111 or whatever.
Him
his ass over there, man.
Him and Amelia Earhart's ass would be missing.
So, man,
you said what?
The whole moral fabric of the country, the government, everything, man. I mean, these guys, and you know, these Republicans looking like, man, this is third world country stuff.
Yep.
This is what happens in third world country.
It is. But the thing is, the funny thing is people keep saying this is not America. This has been America. Like we've been trying to tell y'all this shit forever. This is how the fuck it is. Y'all just seeing the shit that we've been seeing, and now all of a sudden you see it, and it's like, oh shit, it does happen. It's like, yeah, the fuck it does. Because I could have swore during the summer they was Blue Lives Matter than a motherfucker. Now, oh my God, now it's like the cops are this, and we have to take back our freedom. And my thing is, why ain't you free? Like, where do you work and where do you live as a white man that you don't feel fucking free?
You're not free.
I don't get that. Why aren't you free? Like, what the fuck?
So if you're not free, what are we?
What? Thank you. Boy, shit. I just don't get that. And then the level of privilege, it's like when something happens to them, they're just like shocked. Like, oh my God, you're gonna actually arrest me? You're gonna
all I did was enter the government building by force.
Boy, did you see that black? Did you see that black female cop punch that lady in the nose?
No.
Oh, dude, she stole on her. She was in the crowd, and the lady like reached up to grab her back.
I saw that. I did see that.
She turned around and boop.
I did see that.
Oh my God. I think one morning I woke up and I just looked at what I forget what search I put in. I think I put racist white people get beat down. And I think for like 30 minutes, I just watched racist folks get their asses beat. And everywhere from Popeyes to the 7-Eleven parking lot, just ass whoopings all over the place. That shit was, you put together a compilation of them and put him to a fight the power instrumental. Just,
that would be a good video. We need to edit that video.
Fight the power, boom. Fight the power. Fight the power. And you could end with that nigga hitting that motherfucker upside the head with that can of tea. Because boy, I tell you what, that motherfucker hit him so hard with that can of tea that it changed the fucking flavor. He knocked out of his ass with that can of tea. That shit was like a perfect. He smashed the fuck out of him. That's some embarrassing shit. You the kid that got, ain't you the dude that got hit upside the head with the tea?
That wasn't me, dog. That wasn't me. I know the dude. He looked like me, but that wasn't me. We get confused all the time. But why you got that big lump on your head, bro?
Yeah, that nigga got an iced tea tattoo on his cheek. That motherfucker ain't never getting rid of that shit. He is fucked.
So Trump said he was going to do an exit with Air Force One while the inauguration is going on.
They ain't gonna let that disrespectful shit happen.
Now, because if I'm correct, when we live in DC, I mean, they have certain permissions for airspace and everything, blah, 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 all restricted area. Yeah. So I'm sure he can't do that during the inauguration.
He can't. That shit.
And he should be gone by then anyway.
I would kick that mother. You know what they should have did? If CNN wanted to be petty as fuck and they wanted to get, first of all, I'd have gave everybody at CNN the last week off. You know, if you got a news show, Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, all y'all take the week off. We just gonna put live cameras in front of the White House while them motherfuckers move out.
That's what we all the time. Make sure they get all their shit.
We gonna get D Nice to DJ, and we just gonna play 90s hip hop and watch these motherfuckers move out.
I need you to bring 150 of your hats. And we're gonna be here for a while.
I saw a small clip on CNN of them carrying their shit out of the White House and putting it in moving vans, and that shit gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling. It could be petty as fuck, but it felt so good to see their asses moving the fuck out. And I'm not even a political person. Like, this shit don't have nothing to do with politics. In 4 years, you run a reasonable ass Republican that's saying the right shit. Like, I'm open to any of that shit. Like, Trump was fucking dangerous. Like, and he proved it. And he's
a danger to society. I mean, he's truly a danger. He caused more rift than anything. Like I said, we had the previous conversation where I said I made more money during his administration. We had that little banter.
Yeah.
But I see more destruction in this country. As far as even people's patriotism, you know, that people who are really like, you know, this is my country. Now they're like, man, this is fucked up.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I told somebody yesterday, I was like, 2020 was a fucked up year in general, but it was good for me. Like, I made an ass load of fucking money in 2020. You know, my stock investments are fucking up. Like, I'm working. I've been working from home, so a nigga can wake up at 7:50 and put on a t-shirt and be ready to teach class in 5 minutes. Like, I love all that shit. So I'm not mad at the situation. It's like he took us back, the civil rights movement and all that shit, just completely. Like, we got to start over.
But it took us to have him. It took everything to crumble down for us to rebuild this thing and rebuild it correctly. Now we need to get rid of all them old cats in there. And I'm talking about both sides.
Yeah.
I'm talking white and black.
Yeah.
And I hate to say all the civil rights people in the Senate and Congress, I love you. I applaud you. It's time to let somebody else come aboard. Some other black and Latinos. And
well, see,
Indians, Native Americans are going to be a fourth director as well.
Yeah.
They're re-emerging right now.
So what happened is you got all these new freshmen in Congress that they keep telling, you know, to calm down, and y'all, you know, all the liberal folks that are ultra liberal. But on the other side, you got all these conservative folks who are ultra fucking conservative. So it's just like getting more and more fucking polarized. But it's like something got to fucking happen. Because for me, it ain't never been political. Like, a fuck aside. The only reason I ended up with the Democrats and the independent, because usually my ass is independent. But I also know that we wasn't going to be independent and be able to get rid of this motherfucker. We needed every single goddamn vote we could get.
You need everybody to jump on board and say, let's get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't voting for Kanye. I wasn't voting for people's house cats. I wouldn't fuck that. It's like we need to get rid of this motherfucker. And then you got these motherfuckers talking about, well, Biden is no better, and Biden's gonna do this, and Biden is racist, and I don't give
a fuck. Get his ass out of here. If Biden still had his Klan card, I'd be like, you know what, Biden? All right, bro. Don't renew it. Don't renew it this year for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Get his ass the fuck up out of here.
But see, here's the thing. I don't get the blind fucking support, because I guarantee you, I voted for Obama both times. If the first time he was in office, that first 4 years, he started acting like this, I'd have been the first one talking about this nigga gotta go. Like, you gotta fucking go, bro.
That's about to endanger me, and you know. Hey, B, let me holler at you, homie. Let me holler at you, like.
Your black ass gotta go.
No.
Joe, you ready?
Because over all these years, I always tell people, I said, man, all these presidents have been here since you've been, since I started working at 16. All these years, they really never really affected my pay or my economic situation. Exactly. Really directly. You know what I'm saying? So, and there was guys who've been in their job 30 years. I was like, listen, you see presidents come and go. And when Barack, and I told a lot of guys that I worked with, older white guys while I was in Savannah, I said, listen, they're talking about the world's going to end. 8 years later, they're still at the same job.
Yep.
Barack didn't do it.
He didn't take your guns. He didn't fuck
you still got all your guns.
You didn't fuck your girlfriend. You can
bought
still
4 new ones.
You can still get weed from the little meth dude down the street. He didn't do none of that shit. What the hell happened? You freeze up? You froze.
Yeah.
Oh, you back. That's your internet connection.
No, you froze up.
That's your bill, dude. I was still moving.
It says mine's unstable.
See, you're fucking up. Look at you. Anyways, I'm gonna use this opportunity in your instability to actually wrap this bitch on time, so it doesn't end up being an hour and however fucking long we end up doing. But you gotta peep you see the Shootin' the Shit visor?
Oh, how you get merch, bro? Come on, bro. How you get merch?
Nigga, I'm gonna always be one step ahead of the game.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Don't even worry about it, bro. You got merch. I got you. You got my theme song. You got the intro.
You see, I put you on the fucking intro, so you got.
I got it.
But see, I put you on that, I was like, okay, so I got something for his ass. I got to show up with let me go ahead and let him. It's the Shootin' the Shit visor. That's right. We can't golf worth a damn, but boy, we'll rock that bitch to the side.
We'll rock that. Don't worry about it. I got you, bro. Give me a couple weeks. I'm about to go to the lab on it. And so, okay. All right. We're going to be shooting the shit for real.
All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Shootin' the Shit. I ain't been there.
And I am Poupon.
You got the boy, you've been practicing.
2021, baby. I renegotiate contract. Don't worry about it.
We just got to get past the 20th, goddammit. All right. We up out of here.
We out of here, America. God bless you.
Peace.
Be safe.
All right. I think we good on that. And I caught it before the camera fucked up.
Yeah, that's